Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. Happy Friday. It is October 2nd, 2020. Shout out to my man 10 Pound, one of the contributors to the channel, a main supporter of the channel. My man is hilarious. He wanted to hear Lupe Fiasco Miro. This was a request from 2 months ago. Finally getting to you, bro. All the non-YouTube members, be patient. I'm getting to you, and I'm getting to you. What's good, people? Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to another episode. Man, I said this on Twitter last night. I said we need to go ahead and rename 2020 to Murphy's Law. Like, what could go wrong has kind of gone wrong. I mean, you know, we got a lot to be blessed and thankful for, those of us who are still on the surface of this earth, but it's just like a movie. We're going to talk about what happened last night, why I went to cash, like 65% to cash, just in case things get worse, and that is Trump. Trump announced that he has coronavirus, he and the First Lady, some other people also in his cabinet. Crazy. It's just interesting that he catches the virus, and then I don't think there's any conspiracy to this. He really didn't wear his mask much, and still, to me, didn't take the virus seriously. That's one thing I didn't agree with Trump on this whole time. He still didn't take this virus seriously. Well, now he's got to take it seriously because he has it. It's just interesting that he caught it exactly 30 days from election. That's pretty creepy. I don't know. It's just weird. But yeah, he caught it. The markets sold off immediately last night. I was actually on the desk, and it took me about 20 minutes to really digest and figure out what I wanted to do. And I put a tweet out at 1:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, shortly after the news came out. The article broke. I put a poll out there, and everyone said the poll is still got 7 hours left, but so far a large margin. People think the markets are going down. I asked where the markets going, up or down tomorrow. Up, down, doo-doo brown. For some odd reason, 22% of you picked doo-doo brown. I don't even know what that means. Neither do you, but hey, you picked it. So I then tweeted about 20 minutes later that I dipped and went to cash. And that's what I did. And I'll explain why, and I'll explain where I'll get back in if things turn back up. This out of AMB Crypto. DeFi could come under increased scrutiny after this BitMEX issue, indictment I should say. Arthur Hayes and 3 co-owners of the BitMEX exchange. I didn't even realize that he was actually arrested as well. But literally, I said this. My boy Crypto and Culture, Crypto Kinsey, said this on a live stream, I believe 2 weekends ago, that DeFi was going to be in trouble. DeFi, specifically, we were talking about Uniswap, how what they're doing with this airdrop and all this stuff. Listen, I think the SEC, not really the CFTC, because that wouldn't really fall under their purview, but the SEC is watching this DeFi game closely, and they're going to attack. All they have to do is hit the biggest person, and then everyone else is going to scramble. So we'll have to see what happens, but I did predict that Uniswap, so did Crypto Kinsey, got to give him credit as well. We said that the Uniswap protocol would come under scrutiny from regulators. What happens from there? Will they force KYC for all participants? Yeah, most likely. That's coming. How will that affect DeFi? I don't know. I do not know, but we'll definitely talk about it, and I'll give you my 2 Satoshis on it. Lastly, this is very depressing news. Chainalysis and a Texas firm win a multi-million-dollar IRS contract to crack Monero. This is why I have never been a huge fan of anonymous coins. Not yet. There are a lot of headwinds for anonymous coins, from current technologies that the governments may have to try to hack this, and future technologies, i.e. even something like quantum computers, when the qubits really start to accelerate. And there was actually some more breakthroughs done in the quantum world for qubits and quantum computing just the other day. So that is still a very big concern of mine. And so unlike maybe a one-time encryption signal that needs to be sent from your desktop to a server, with these blockchains, all that data is stored in the past. So whatever was done in the past, if in the future it was decrypted, it's wide open now. So I'm not there yet to really bless the anonymous tokens just yet. I gotta see us cross that quantum computer Rubicon and get some real hardcore quantum resistant tokens out there in these streets for the crypto anonymous community. But I wanted to definitely give you guys a heads up on this. This is the type of stuff that most of your crypto people that you guys go look at, they don't tell you this stuff. You gotta get the real as well as the fake. You need to understand some of the things that are headwinds in the crypto game so that you understand you're not blindsided. You're not in an echo chamber full of moon this, moon that, Bitcoin to 1 million, Bitcoin to 100,000, whatever. Every other day it's the same video from these guys. But I got to give you guys some information that's going to actually benefit you and your portfolio. This and the DeFi thing is something you need to know about, and we're going to talk about it and hash it out. All 3 articles coming up on today's episode of My 2 Satoshis. Let's get it. But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. Let's take a look at this heat map. We've got Bitcoin down 0.81%. Looks a lot better than it did earlier, trading at $10,508. Man, that 10,500 is a very strong resistance area for, or I should say support area for us. That's pretty good news. I will have to say, kind of shocked me, to be honest with you. We had multiple hits this week, from KuCoin to BitMEX to now Trump. I mean, just multiple bearish news items, headlines hitting the news feed, and we still are holding the 10.5 area. That is good news, definitely is. Ethereum down 1.96%, trading at $345. XRP down 2%, EOS down 2.7%, trading at $2.46. Tron is up though, 2.17%. Neo's down. Binance is down as well, trading at $27.12. But BSV is down big time today. It looks like 6%, just about 6% right now, trading at $160. I don't really follow that coin, but I see it on the dashboard. Link is down another 4.2% today, $9.22. Theta down hard. All you Theta fans getting hit heavy. Don't know what happened, but you're down 5.5% as well. Looks red though, guys, for the most part. Red day for everyone. I'm in cash, and I'm going to explain that in a second. I guess we can talk about it right now. So essentially what happened last night, it was exactly 1 o'clock. I saw that headline come out. I tweeted it at 1:08, and I was out by 1:22. So this was in this candle, and I started going cash. I saw the Ethereum network gas fees go from like 40 GUI all the way up to 169 GUI by the time I was ending my load dumping from, my portfolio. And the reason why I got out, and I'm still actually in most of the cases still up in the coins that I did sell in the markets, but the reason I went short was because of this Trump news. And the markets dipped initially in equities and in crypto, and they bounced back. But I think that was a false bounce back, a dead cat bounce. The reason is, and I could be wrong, but the reason is, this is not a one-time event. Like, oh, Trump has it, now everything is back to normal. No, the rest of the cabinet and people who were in contact with him, close contact with him, are going to have to get tested at least 5 days in a row, 6 days in a row, because you can be negative for up to 14 days. Really, I've seen cases of 21 days being negative, but that's where we are with things. So it's going to be, I think, a slow train wreck here with the COVID outbreak in the White House. And I know from firsthand, I had COVID back in March, my family and I. It is nothing to play with, and so I hope Trump gets through it. I saw a lot of mean tweets online. Whether you like the guy or hate him, you should never wish death or ill will on anybody. What kind of sense is this world coming to? I just don't understand. I don't know if people are truly this way and they are allowed to be who they want to be on the internet. I would have never wanted Trump to get it. I would have never wanted Joe Biden to get it, and I've never would want Hillary. Let me stop there. But you get the point. Definitely shouldn't be wishing ill will on people. It says here President Trump is in good spirits after his COVID-19 diagnosis on Friday and has been treated with Regeneron Pharmaceuticals antibody cocktail. The president's physician said that following PCR confirmation of the president's diagnosis as a precautionary measure, he has received a single 8-gram dose of the Regeneron's polyclonal antibody cocktail. Okay, in addition to the polyclonal antibodies, the president has been taking zinc, vitamin D, famotidine, melatonin, and a daily aspirin. The president does have symptoms. You know, he is going through symptoms. The thing that's concerning to me is not the first day. It's not the second day. It's really like the second week. I'm telling you, that's when it really gets real rough for people if they actually have symptoms and are going through it. So I just hope he gets well and is able to. I don't even know how to what goes on now. Like, if he gets really sick, how does that even go with the rest of the president campaigning and elections and stuff? I don't know. So far, Joe Biden is and has tested negative. That's good news. He and his wife tested negative. This year has just been a shit show, man. I just don't understand. Back to what I was saying, I am definitely in cash on that ass. And the reason is, I think we're going to see more waves of news that's going to come out, and that's going to take us back into this zone. So, you know, there's not a specific area where we're going to see resistance. It's like a zone, especially going back. If you look all the way back here, these circles right in this area, boom, boom, boom. We tried many times to get above this area, even right here. So it's like an area between 10,400 and I would say 10,000 and about 550 is a cushion area, an area of support and an area of resistance for the Bulls and the Bears. So we'll see how this pans out and how this battle goes. But I personally think more waves of headlines on the situation with Trump and other officials will cause us to head lower and possibly test this area of 10.3, which is not too far from here. To be honest with you, it's not too far from here. So I'm ready. If you see the dotted green line, if we get back above 10.6, I'm back in the markets. I'm back in the markets with a slight loss. Nothing major, just a slight loss. So that's how I'm defending and playing this trade right now. But I am out of the markets, and we'll see what happens. And before we talk about this DeFi situation, I'm going to just sprinkle this on you guys. This is new site I'm looking at. Shout out to the camp over there at DeFi Yield for dropping this on me. DeFiYield.info is a new website where you can track your DeFi tokens, pools, stable pools, all that stuff in one location. Great tool. I'm going to do a full walkthrough of it maybe next week, but I definitely want to give you guys a heads up on this. If you're trying to aggregate one central location for you to check out what your pools are doing from an API perspective, total value lock, all that good stuff. So I'll do a full guide on this next week or over the weekend, so you guys check it out. DeFiYield.info for more information on that. So let's take a look at what's going on with DeFi and why this individual thinks DeFi is next after the BitMEX debacle, them being indicted and Arthur Hayes being arrested along with 3 other co-owners of BitMEX, the exchange that handles over $1.5 billion of trades each day, has been charged by the CFTC for operating an unregistered trading platform and for failure to prevent money laundering. Of course, we knew about that, but what's interesting is that Adam Cochran said on Twitter that it's dumb and archaic to try and apply outdated SEC and CFTC regulations to this industry. We all understand that, but then he goes on to say they won't turn a blind eye to DeFi. And while it will be hard for them to pursue, and it won't happen right away, just like it was with ICOs, guys, they will find new tools and new pressure points to make sure the BSA is applied, and they've shown the long arm of the law. Basically, I'm kind of paraphrasing there, but yeah, BSA meaning the Bank Secrecy Act. This is just crazy. They come with these acts, man, just to keep the cartel the cartel. Adam Cochran explains that regulators won't turn a blind eye. BlueKirby.eth Wi-Fi, he said, JFC, where's the NFT? The terror. I'll say it since no one else is saying it. Kirby uncaged now. This whole thing is about laundering money and no KYC. Well, where else could that be happening? Uniswap, US-based public team, public investors, KuCoin hacker used it. Boom. And so to finish the article, it talks about how some analysts speculate that Web3 wallets could potentially solve these issues of getting around governments, as the whole stack would be decentralized and governed by anonymous addresses. However, others express their worry over KYC AML implementations in DeFi protocols, citing implications of impeding regulation as a stifle on DeFi momentum. It's going to happen. I'm sorry to spoil the party, in the party, whatever you want to call it. It's going to happen. It's just about how it's going to happen. They're going to marginalize those who don't want to follow their rules. Not saying you won't be able to still do the DeFi thing at some point, but just know that there's going to be some type of action made by the... I did this with the ICO game. Once I found out and figured out the direction they were going, I said, this is why I'm out. I'm not participating in any ICOs in the US. That's when I sold my Veritasium at $500. That's why I sold a number of other tokens that I held that were in the US. Not many were, but the ones that I did have, I did sell. That's why I'm seeing the direction we're going, and I'm just letting you know. You can stay in here, try to make some more money, as much money as you can before stuff hits the fan. But it will hit the fan in the near future. I'm talking about 12 to 18 months. Who knows? It can be earlier than that, you know. Just letting you guys know, giving you a heads up. Can't say Crypto Blood didn't tell you. Lastly, Chainalysis and Texas firm win a $1 million IRS contract to crack Monero. The IRS has named the winners of its bounty program to track transactions on privacy tokens and layer 2 protocols. On Wednesday, the IRS awarded two $625,000 contracts. That's our money, taxpayers' money, to look for our money. Interesting, right? They're tracing tools for privacy tokens like Monero and layer 2 protocols. The winners were blockchain analytics firm Chainalysis and Integra FEC. The IRS initially publicized its quest for a privacy busting analytics solution at the beginning of the month. An IRS representative told Cointelegraph that the agency has selected two of the winning firms out of the field of 22 proposals received, though the only rationale the representative gave for the agency's decision was comparative analysis was used. Chainalysis is among the leading firms in crypto analytics and routinely wins such contracts with a wide range of government agencies. Integra FEC is a relatively unfamiliar name despite millions of dollars in contracts with, for example, the Securities and Exchange Commission for other scientific and technical consulting services, quote unquote. As governments ramp up their interest in crypto tracing, the field of firms working on crypto tracing is likely to expand, and in mid-September, the U.S. Treasury blundered with sanctions on a Monero wallet that turned out to be a payment ID. Boop! Gotcha! Well, we'll see what happens. I'm just letting you know, with this one too, they're coming for us. They're coming for us. We got to stay 5 steps ahead. And the great thing about it in crypto, we can. You know, the crypto community, all these smart individuals in the game can pivot so quickly that it leaves these big governments in the wake. And it takes them time to turn that wheel and catch up to people. So that is the thing that I think still this new industry, this burgeoning industry has on governments around the world, not just the US, around the world. So just have to give you guys those updates, important updates in my opinion. Again, 10,650, I'm back in on Bitcoin and all the other altcoins if that happens. If not, we're going to let this thing ride out and see how low it can go. Shout out again to my man 10 Pound for that song request, Lupe Fiasco, Miro. I'll leave a link in the description below for the site DeFi Yield for you guys to check out and aggregate all of your DeFi pools in one location. Link in the description below. If you found this video informative, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell to see more videos like this. I'm out of here. Holla!